Hey, Marcus. Yeah, Joe? What did the caterpillar say to the butterfly? No, I'm just kidding. I just feel like we started a few episodes with you saying, Hey, Marcus.
Yeah, I became too predictable, and we're only on episode 7. So, yeah.
But what do you got for me today?
So I did want to. I had a weird thing happen to me today. So, we're always in quarantine now. We don't really leave the house, but so Megan and I, when we have some free time, we like to play games. So we were playing a game of Scrabble,
Mm-hmm.
and you know you
Scrabble.
remember Scrabble, like you try and make words using the letters that you got, and so
Yeah.
in case you haven't played Scrabble before, I
I
don't know.
know.
Yeah. So yeah, we were playing some Scrabble, and it wasn't too bad. So I got up and I got us a snack. So I love blueberry, and
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah. So I love blueberry. So I got up and I got myself some blueberry, and while I was doing that, Megan, ran. I think she checked on the baby, or she left the room for a few minutes. So it was just, of course, unattended, and so we came back, and the board was just everywhere. Like the letters were missing, and the only thing was my dog was in the room. So I was like, holy crap, did he just eat? The name is Teddy, by the way, for listeners. I'm like, holy crap, did Teddy just eat the Scrabble tiles? And it was just, we were freaking out for a few hours.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Why are you laughing? This is
I'm always prepared
this
for you to
is
say something funny in the beginning
no,
of the
this is
episode.
this is a serious matter.
You're like, now my
Yeah.
baby is haunted or whatever.
No, he ate the Scrabble tiles, and then throughout the day he just kept leaving little messages around the house, and it was just crazy.
Was there any messages he left specifically?
It was, welcome to our podcast. This is Joe and Marcus, and this is the Disaster Project.
See, I was right to be laughing.
Yeah, that might have been the best intro ever.
Or the
No.
worst.
Yeah, I think it was the worst. I typed in bad intro.
I see, I knew you were joking. I knew it. I wasn't sure because I was like, this is a really long joke. But I'm always
Yeah.
prepared to laugh when you start things off in the beginning of the episode because I'm like, it can't be serious. I mean, nothing's serious in our podcast. Except episode 4, minute 45. That was serious.
That was pretty serious. That was really serious.
But yeah. Oh my god. Oh, so I wrote down TM and rap because
So are we talking more about Taskmaster, or are we trademarking things?
both. No, it was Taskmaster because I feel like our bits in the beginning remind me of Taskmaster. Where they're like, yes. Oh, little Alex Horn.
Yeah. Those are probably my favorite. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the episode.
Yeah. And then I wrote in rap because I was thinking this the last episode because it's totally involuntary. But when you're telling your story, I go, yeah. And I think of rap like a backing guy.
Yeah, ad-libbing in the yeah. It's so funny. So as lame ass parents, Megan and I do the same thing when we're singing to Madison.
Yeah.
So it's like the itsy bitsy spider went up water spout.
Water spout.
Now came the rain.
Yeah, poor Maddie.
Yeah, no, I think she expects it now. Because then she also goes
yeah. So I think that every time you're talking and I'm like, yeah, Taskmaster. But yeah, that's why I wrote rap down because I was like, yeah, I always feel like I'm in a rap song whenever I give you your backing track while you're talking, your backing banter. But yeah, we started talking off air before recording. We should never do that. We can't talk in
Yeah,
person or ever.
that was a terrible idea.
Foolishness.
I explicitly tried to avoid speaking with you throughout the week.
I could tell because your texts are so you text so badly and
This
hours
is
in
just
between.
I mean, this is also retaliating for like the 12 years of being friends with you.
Touche. um that's true.
Wow.
I am a horrible texter. Yeah, horrible. Ashley's family complains about it. Everyone they're like, does he hate us? And she's like, no, he just forgets to text back and writes messages and never sends them. And then actually the other day I bought a hand saw from Home Depot. And when I Googled the handsaw after I bought it, it was like on sale or something for like $80. And when I looked, I Googled the handsaw and I found it online for like $150. And I was like, whoa, we got such a good deal on this. And Ashley's dad is like a handyman and he does mad stuff and has mad saws. So I was like, I'm going to text him that I got the saw. So I text him like, look, I just got this saw for $80. And he's like, how much was it originally? And I was like, I sent him the screenshot of the one I found on Amazon. And he's like, those aren't the same saw. And I was like, oh. And he sends me like a screenshot of the correct saw and it was $80. And I was like, I just was so embarrassed I didn't respond. I was just like, wow, I'm an idiot. And I just didn't respond. And then he's like, how much did you get yours for? And I was just like, I'm not gonna respond. I'll talk to him later.
That's horrible.
So that wasn't intentional.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm embarrassed for you. Like I would have done the same thing. That's yeah.
But I was like, look how much I saved. And he's like, yeah, those aren't the same saw. And I was just like, oh, wow.
What do you mean?
Yeah. And he's like, oh, that one's a handsaw and the other one's a whatever saw. And I was like, oh.
Okay. The other one's a table saw.
The other one's a chainsaw. And this is a like, no, I got to show you the picture. Because
this one's a seesaw. And
but yeah, I was really mad and embarrassed, and I was like, I'm just not gonna respond. I was like, I'm dumb. Like, but yeah, I don't know how we got to that, but yeah, and then he's gonna listen to this and be like, what? He's dumb. No. But yeah, I forgot what we were gonna talk about. Well, we did say we were gonna do a spoiler cast. Do you want to do the spoiler cast now?
Yeah, we can.
Spoiler cast. Today on Spoilercast, not class, cast, we're going to talk about The Last of Us 2. So if you didn't play that game, keep listening. And if you don't want us to spoil it, too bad. Keep listening. Don't leave us, all 6 of you.
I guess I'll try and put in the description the timestamp of when we stop doing the spoiler.
No, I think it's fine. They'll get to it. They'll figure it out.
All right. Yeah. So if you're listening, fuck you. Figure it out.
And thank you.
And yeah, thank you for listening, but you just got to deal with it because this is a joint effort, and my colleague said that we're not going to be giving you a timestamp.
Yeah. For viewers like you, thank you. That's PBS Kids. Mm. Do you remember that? Do you not remember that?
Yes, I do remember that. I remember it now that you said it, but it's just not something that like I have as a repository in my brain. Like I just don't. Out of the vast stupid things that I have in my head, that just wasn't one of them.
It was. This program in part is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you.
And then Arthur starts.
Yeah. Or I always watch Cyber Chase, so then I was always like, Cyber Chase, we're moving, we're beating hacker at his game. But do you not know that?
I don't remember that show.
What? It had Gilbert Gottfried as the bird, as another bird. He played another bird.
Here we go. Cyber Chase. Nope.
It had a bunch of famous actors.
I don't recall this at all.
Really? And they had to do math to like get places?
That sounds horrible.
It was. I loved it.
Yeah.
Until I got cable. And then I was like,
I just kind of expected it to be like, what was it, Reboot? That really creepy 3D kids show.
I don't that one. I don't know.
Okay, Reboot. Kids show.
Well, you looking it up doesn't help me.
I'm gonna send you a picture.
Wait,
So,
but
it's legitimately the most terrifying.
oh my gosh, that is terrifying.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I didn't even
Wow.
like the show. I like never watched it
Oh
because
my gosh,
like
it
it just
looks.
looked so weird. But apparently it was so good. But yeah, I just smacked the microphone. I
Yeah.
apologize for everyone. But
That,
I'm getting used to
yeah,
it. The new,
that looks terrifying.
yeah,
Cyber Chase was fun. I would watch it now.
yeah.
But they had a little bird. I forgot his name. Digit? No, that
Cy-
might have been one of the Oh
no,
no, it is
Digit,
Digit. It is
is it
Digit.
Digit? No, I thought Digit was some. Or was I
Some
thinking of Gadget?
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about in Cyber Chase.
Well, yeah, no, I thought you were thinking of another like animal, colleague or whatever.
But it's
Gadget.
Gilbert Gottfried. That's like his show.
Oh,
I don't know if it was before or after Aladdin. Probably after. And it's literally the same voice as whatever the bird name is from Aladdin. What's the bird name from Aladdin? You should know this. No? You don't know this?
oh no, I forget.
Iago. Iago.
Iago. Yep. Because I wanted
Yeah.
to say Jafar, and obviously it's not Jafar. Also, what I was thinking, not Digit, it was Gadget, and that's from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And it's not even the dog; it's literally just a robot named Gadget that goes gadget, gadget. Like literally, it's one episode. It's not even a good episode. Actually, it's
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember. It was like the Lost in Space robot.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really fun. No, Digit is a little bird voiced by Gilbert Gottfried, and it sounds just like Iago, but he spins on his tail to fly like Tails.
Nice.
Like Tails the fox. Miles per hour. Um and yeah, that show was great. They were like, "Oh no, we need to slide down this hill, but should we go to the left one, which is jagged, or the right one, which has math problems?" No, it was like this one moves at half speed and doubles, but this one moves at a quarter speed and triples. Which one would get us there faster? Like, and then they're like, "Oh, this one, the one that triples, like because over time it'll be way bigger." So yeah, that was my childhood for a little bit until I was no longer poor. Like, these last two episodes with the poorness. Down
It's
with the
okay.
poorness. Yeah, talking about last two episodes, I still haven't. First, before I was gonna say, I still haven't finished. Because as a loser, I re-listened to our podcast. No, I
I think
honestly,
I think for any quality control and understanding how bad you truly are, you need to.
yeah,
But
I agree.
but I think I also sometimes miss you enough that I want to hear you talk
It
again.
really feels like we hang out when I
Yeah,
listen to us.
I legitimately laugh at your jokes still.
Me too. I laugh at my jokes still. No, seriously, I really do laugh at myself. No, I genuinely forget what happens after we record. Like,
Same.
once we record, it's gone from my
Yeah,
brain.
yeah, no, same. It's like it's a black hole. Like I'll remember maybe one or two things, but that's it. Like, and I don't remember how it happens. I just remember like, meh.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, we talked about religion or something, and
Yep.
like this and Sony. And then
Yeah.
when I listen to it, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so I genuinely get caught by surprise by sometimes when we're talking. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh. Like, so I do laugh at myself and you a little bit sometimes.
Thanks.
Ashley laughs at you.
I appreciate. Tell her I appreciate her.
Not at your jokes, at you. No.
Nice.
You're like, oh, I just said I appreciate her. No. No, we both find you funny sometimes. I don't want to give you the whole compliment.
I know you're really struggling with it.
No, I'm just messing with
It's
you.
wonderful.
It's a bit. It's a bit.
You're a bit.
A bit rubbish. um I don't remember where I was going with it. Oh, but I forget everything that happens when we listen to the last episode.
Yeah.
So since we've been on Amazon Music and we talked about how I'm a hipster man and I have Amazon Music, and everyone else in the world has Spotify and Apple Music. And I never switched over because I have had Amazon Music since I've had Prime, and all my playlists and everything is set up, and like I didn't want to change. And you said we could probably export the playlist, but I don't know. Like everything's already downloaded too. Like you could download it just like Spotify. You could download it on your phone and like play it locally all the time. And it's like I don't want to start that whole process over. But I've been having so many issues with Amazon Prime Music. Then, like, I don't know, they haven't been. I guess they forgot about Amazon Music a little because they have their playlist that we're updating all the time. And like, I usually listen to the pop punk one, or they have like the 2020s pop punk one, which is a bunch of new 2020s pop punk bands. Pop punk, pop punk, pop punk. I just noticed I was saying it a lot. um so they like stopped updating it, and I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. And then the other day Ashley was like, look at this new tailored playlist Spotify made for me. It's all the things I listened to the most 5 years ago. And then like we listened to it, and it was a bunch of 2000s bands and stuff, and I was like, man, that sounds fun. Amazon doesn't care about me anymore. Like I was like, I their only listener, they don't care about me anymore. Like, and I have the higher tier one, so I pay for Amazon Prime and the higher tiered Amazon Prime Music. So yeah, they suck because they don't care about me. Then they just introduced podcasts, and I added our podcast to it. Listen to us on Amazon Prime Music, or don't, because it sucks, as I'm about to talk about right now. And I guess their program isn't used to having like hour long or anything over 20 seconds, or I mean not 20 seconds, like 4 minutes. So like it freezes so much, or it just pauses. Like after like 25 minutes, it's like, no, I think you're done listening to this, and it just pauses in the middle of it.
That's weird.
And then like the other day we were driving, and like first we listened to episode 5, like we were driving and we both listened to it, and we listened to episode 4 actually on Spotify on Ashley's phone, and we listened to the whole thing. We were driving kind of far, and it was like great. And then on the way home my phone was connected and I had more battery, and we listened to episode 5, and it was so bad, and it just kept pausing every like 5 minutes. It was erroring out. We were having issues with like lagginess and whatever because the podcast was so long, and it was buffering and messing up, that we were like, let's just not listen to anything. And we literally listened to nothing over.
Yeah.
Like not even music, not even like let's switch to music. We literally were like, let's ride in silence and talk a little. Like, and now that I do a podcast, I don't talk for free anymore. So I only talk unless I'm getting paid.
We don't get paid for this.
Shh, no one knows that. I mean, I'm sure when they look at our subscriber count, they're like, yeah, they don't get paid.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So Amazon, I'm about to switch over to Spotify, and you have Spotify, right?
I use Apple Podcasts.
No. Oh yeah. What about for music?
I use Apple Music.
Lame. Well, I'm about to switch to Spotify. I don't have an Apple.
We're two different worlds, even though we're in parallel. It's really weird.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna switch over to Spotify and switch bandwagons, and like,
I mean, I've still heard a lot of good things with Spotify, so I'm not saying I just already pay for Apple Music, so
yeah, they just sound like the cool kid and a lot of fun. And I think I'm gonna bite the bullet, or not even, because it's kind of cheaper to switch over. It's just I need to figure out my playlist. I have so many songs I don't even know what I listen to anymore.
Honestly, it might just be better to start fresh.
That's true. That's pretty true. Like Subway, let's eat fresh. But yeah, no, I think so. I think I'm gonna switch over because I'm pretty sick of Amazon Music and their problems. And then originally I pay, like I told you, I have Prime, and you get Amazon Music for free with Prime, right? And then when Spotify got really big, everyone else got really big, they were like, well, to get all the music you have to pay for Amazon Music now. And I was like, okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
Whatever. Here's more money. um, and I upgraded and I gave him an extra $8 or whatever a month, and I was like, okay, here's my money. I pay for what I already had. I'll pay the fee for whatever I already had
You should have
for
just like grandfathered people in or something. I don't know.
seriously. Like I already had it for free, and they were like, well, now since Spotify's doing it, like
Yeah.
you have to pay us for this.
Yep. Instead of keeping customers, we're gonna drive you away.
Yeah. Well, what they did is it's still free, but you don't get access to albums that come out until a year after they launch.
That's stupid.
So
Damn.
like
At
when
least like like a few weeks or something. That's so dumb.
yeah, so I just was like, whatever. I already have all my playlists and stuff, and they had an option that was like HD music or regular music, and I usually did HD. Honestly, I probably didn't notice a difference, but now they're like, well, you already pay. They're like, you already pay. Now, if you want HD music, you have to pay an extra $5.
This is because that pretty much just became that subscription of like Title or whatever we were
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. So I was like, I didn't upgrade. I didn't do it. I was like, nah, F you guys. But
Yeah.
now I'm like, I think I'm gonna leave.
Yep.
Like I was like, no, I don't think I like you guys because then they stopped upgrading the play. Like I found some really good pop punk music and music I like, but I was like, I feel like Spotify has the same thing, and I just didn't give them a chance.
Yeah. Now Spotify's way better.
So yeah, that's the story. I'm switching to Spotify.
Yeah.
Gasp! No longer a hipster. They're taking my hipster card.
That's fine.
Even though I
I
don't
mean,
drink craft beer
honestly,
or wear lumber shirts.
honestly, craft beer is the way to go, though.
Ew. Are you serious or no? You just
Uh,
said you don't really drink.
I don't.
so, so then oh, you didn't just say that. That was a whole like 4 days
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, that was 4 days. What are you talking about?
You just said 4 days ago, the last we spoke, that you don't really drink. Now you're talking about craft beer. I tried craft beer. It was disgusting. Sorry, guys. I'm not cool lumberjacky enough. Um, but yeah, that's my banter on that. And we didn't even talk about Last of Us 2. We put a spoiler warning, and then
Yeah, yeah. I
uh,
really hope you didn't stop listening because we said stop listening.
one at a time.
Yep. Yeah. Spoiler warning's over, and then it's back again. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
what I said yesterday, or yes, days ago,
4 days ago.
when I was watching, my family came over and we were all playing. They ended up watching me play Last of Us, and then that's not even the point because later on I beat it, and it's a long, like it makes you feel like it's ending for like 4 hours.
Yep. It really like it's so crazy because it's a spoiler cast, so I'm not really gonna try and hide it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
so yeah, you get to the what you think is the end of the game. So it's you as it's Ellie and Abby beating the living shit out of each other.
yeah. Well, no, before that, right, was the hospital thing where you fight. What do they call it? They call it the Rat
Oh, the
King.
Rat King. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was cool.
that crazy monster. I was
Yeah.
like, I saw a short clip of it, and I was like anxious for that part the whole game.
I know I saw you sent it to Ashley because you sent it using our Instagram.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I send a lot of stuff on the wrong Insta. Poor Ashley. I send her memes all the time, and since I have so many like I guess side hustles and stuff, that I send her things from different Instagrams all the time. So sometimes a disaster project, Deep Space gets one, my personal one, Rosal Printing gets one, like the pins one, Starship Pins. Like she just gets bombarded with messages from random Instagrams. And she's always like, why are you sending me memes from different Instagrams?
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So once that clicker fight, that boss fight happened, not that it was all downhill, but I was like, it can't get crazier than this. I was like, we have to be close to the end because it doesn't get crazier. Then we went to that island. We fought all the crazy people.
Yeah, and that's when I thought I'm like, okay, because at that point the whole game was like the intro where
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Joel dies, and then it's been 3 days like for each character. Like
yeah, yeah.
both Ellie and Abby were like going in tandem
And
3 days.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought day 3 was like, okay, after this, that's it. Like there's going to be an epilogue or something.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so I thought it was gonna end right there. That whole area was crazy. The whole crazy worshiper people, like
Yeah,
we talked about in our last
that was
episode, two
insane.
episodes ago.
That was real. That was yeah. Continue. Sorry,
um,
I'm
no,
saving
and
my
then I
thought.
was like, oh, I this is definitely the end of the game. Like this is it. This is where we like it culminates here. And then I don't know. You could take over, sorta.
What do you mean I can take over? So
Just
yeah,
know I
it's
have control in the background. I'm letting you take over because I want you to talk.
uh, yeah. So like you get to the end of the game, and then so it's like it's weird. So throughout the game, and it's really hard to recap such a long game, but like throughout the game, the 3 days that you're playing as Abby and Ellie, like Ellie goes and does some shit, and then pretty much it's affecting Abby throughout the 3 days.
Yeah,
But
she
you get,
sucks. I hate Ellie now.
I still don't. I really, man, it's, yeah, yeah.
You know why? Because the whole game you're playing as Ellie, and or the first half of the game, and
You're
you
feeling
you feel like, oh, I'm doing the right thing. They killed my dad,
exactly,
and you're like,
and
oh my
then
god, they can't. And then you're like, oh, she knew the whole time why they killed him, and then she didn't really care. Like, like she did what you're doing right now. Like your whole retribution because you they killed your quote unquote dad
yeah,
is what what's her name Abby was doing. I was gonna say Alfie is exactly what Albie. Oh my gosh, whatever her Abby was doing. Like, so why is Ellie's journey good and Abby's journey bad? Right?
exactly, yeah.
That
I don't hate Ellie for it though.
no, because then she knew why they killed Joel. One, and then they just like Abby had this whole retribution arc in the game, like
Yeah,
where she did stuff for the wing bats. No, the scars. um,
Wingman.
I forgot. I genuinely had a moment of like, what the heck is their name? She did stuff for the scars and then ended up helping. Oh, and then I was so angry that I freaking went to that hospital, fought some giant monster, and then this chick dies anyway. I was like, that whole journey could have been avoided if I just shot her.
Yep,
When
yep.
she died, I was like, damn, that trip to the hospital was
I
for
didn't.
no
I
reason.
honestly didn't even think of that. That's kind of funny.
That was the only. I was like, I just paid like a whole chapter and a half trying to get this chick some freaking medicine or whatever.
Hold on. I forgot that person's name. Hold on.
Yeah, and I don't want to be rude.
No, I really liked those characters. Like I liked every character in
Yeah,
the game.
yeah, yeah,
Um, like of course Ellie because Ellie's fucking bomb, but like Dina was awesome.
yeah, yeah.
But
Dina.
what was the name? Because it was
They were the Seraphites or something, but they
yeah,
were bam, 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 looking it up. Bam,
yep,
bam, bam, looking their names up. Give us a second. We don't know
yep.
their names.
IMDb's not really helping. It sucks. Hold on.
Characters. Lev was one of
Yeah,
them.
Lev and Yara. So
Lev and
Yara,
Yara. Yeah,
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 Lev was like they wrote in for clarity. They wrote in a transgender character, and then
yeah,
Yara was the sister of Lev.
yeah,
So Yara, you spend like as Abby, you spend the entire what was it the second day
yeah,
trying to find the medicine for Yara, and
yeah,
then
yeah. Trying to find stuff for surgery.
yeah, yeah, and then but you finally get that, and then she dies day 3. But like
Like
what?
20 minutes later,
Yeah,
by your
I mean,
people.
granted, she like saved them, but
Yeah, she did.
yeah,
But still, I was still kind of mad she died. But I guess it makes sense. Story wise, it made sense. Story wise, everything was written. Like they wrote it really good.
yeah.
I at the end, I didn't understand why people hated the game.
I still don't understand that.
Yeah,
So people
even
only hate the game because they watch Joel die and they're like, no, absolutely. Like
yeah,
I got so sad because like the first game, obviously he was like they were like the team. They were my favorite characters. Like
yeah,
in pretty much any game ever. Like best story I've ever. Like it could have been a movie. It could have been a book. It was just still the best story ever. and then just watching him die within the first 2 hours is like super tragic. But like go on from there, because it's not like a bad, like people then who finished it, like I know a bunch of people that said, "Oh, it was just a revenge story," and it's like, no,
No, it wasn't. Yeah, and
it's
then
more than that. Obviously, there is revenge in there, but it's also like redemption. Like you have to go through your revenge, and then you realize,
ooh,
oh, now you have to empathize. Are you okay?
I just spilled my drink everywhere. But it's
All
fine.
right,
We could just continue. No, it's fine.
no, let's pause so you can clean that up.
No, I don't have the appropriate equipment to clean up a spill. I'm just gonna take off my socks and put it right on there. It's on my rug.
Which drink did you?
The Bay Breeze had a very little bit left.
You should clean that up because that's sugary.
No.
Okay, okay.
No, it's
All right.
fine. It's fine. It spilled mostly on the rug, which is probably worse.
No, that's exactly why I'm saying you should clean it up.
But I don't have the appropriate tools, and plus I
Just
like.
go get a paper towel or toilet paper and just like step on it, like roll it up and step on it. That's how
All
you
right,
clean up dog
are we
pee.
gonna remember where we are? What were we
Yes,
okay,
because
all right.
I wrote spilled drink at 30
Okay,
minutes.
we could leave this in. I'll be back. I expect the song when I get back.
Okay. Marcus spills drinks, then he has to clean it up. He spilled his rum on the floor, and then he just walked out the door. Say it ain't so. This song is great, and I don't know what else to sing. Na 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 na. I hope you enjoy this, Marcus.
Coming right back with some spray. Gonna be cleaning all day. Just realized my camera's on the floor. Hope I didn't spill on that. I can't hear Joe. I hope he can hear me. Oh wow, there's lots of drink. Way more drink than I thought. Really glad I'm cleaning this up. I did hear Joe laugh. Oh snap, there's some spilling on my cables. Ooh, I spilled on this power outlet.
Yeah, I'm glad I told you to clean it up.
I could hear that. All right, I didn't get any on my expensive camera, which is good.
You spilled a lot. You said there wasn't that much left.
There's not that much left anymore. Listen, I just wanted to continue recording. All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Hello.
Actually, yeah, that was a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, I figured.
I don't know. Like, off topic, back to off topicness. I'm back,
Nice.
guys. I don't know, when I drink these fruity drinks or whatever, like, I don't know, people drink like 7 beverages of alcohol, and like, not that I don't like drinking or whatever, like I don't really drink like that, but I usually just get sick of drinking in general, like drinking water or any drink too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when people drink alcohol, I guess they forget like they get quenched. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't drink 7 glasses of anything, let alone like alcohol.
That's fair. No, yeah, it's like
So
eventually
like
you're
after like 1 or 2, I'm like, I'm just not thirsty anymore. Like, I just don't want anything to drink anymore. Like, I don't care if it's alcohol. So yeah, I didn't. All that to say, I didn't finish my drink, and I left a lot more than I thought.
nice.
um, but yeah, so Lev and Zara, Yara. Oh, Zara's the clothing store or something.
I don't know, maybe.
No, it is. It's a fast fashion clothing store, apparel company. You know what fast fashion is, right?
Nope.
Oh, it's like really cheap clothes.
Oh, okay. You could have just said that. Discount clothes.
It's not discount. You still, well, no, I guess it is. It's like
Bargain discount?
Forever
Bargain.
21 is fast fashion, or I think Uniqlo maybe. I don't know. Does that
No,
make
I
sense?
wouldn't say. I think that place is pretty expensive.
Yeah, no, you're right. But definitely Forever 21. What's that other one?
21 Forever.
Yes, fashion stores. Google, Google.
All right. So,
Wait, we're not going to talk about the fast fashion stores?
we don't need to.
Oh, see, look, I typed in fast fashion brands and Uniqlo came
Oh, okay.
up. So I guess so. Even though I like their stuff.
I do
Urban
like this stuff.
Outfitters, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
Like they're just cheap, like I don't know, whatever. Off topic, we whatever. Zara and Lev.
Yeah. So that Yara went and died like a bitch, and then,
Oh
well, no, she
yes.
saved us. Yep, she saved us. She
Yeah.
saved Abby.
But I
And
was really mad. I went to the hospital and did all that, and then she
yeah,
died
no,
like 15
that
minutes later.
honestly, like it. There was something about that whole hospital part that was just so freaky. Like that, I didn't really. I don't remember the first game being like that scary, but the second game was pretty good at like being
Scary,
creepy.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
because there's the whole which was an awesome scene when you're Ellie and then you're going through the subway and then the wolves and the clickers just show up and then you
Oh,
can just
yeah,
have
yeah.
the clickers attack them. It was so
And
cool.
everything's all red.
Yeah, it was such a
Yeah.
crazy.
That's the part Ashley's family watched me play, and I died like 100 times.
I died a handful,
No,
but
you
that
know
was
what happened? I was playing remote play on my PC.
oh
And then my PC was I was at their house on my PC when I first played it because they were like, "What's it look like?" So I played that part at their house on my PC on remote play, and I died so many times because remote play is laggy.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
And then I got home and I murdered everyone. Yeah, but that part was fun, and they do the horror really well because I was genuinely like, "What the heck is gonna happen?" Like you forget you have unlimited tries.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that hospital was crazy too. I definitely I was telling I like when you have a partner with you because you can gauge like how you should be reacting to stuff by your partner. So like when I'm playing as just Ellie or just Abby, I'm like always crouched and always walking around crouch and
true.
like sneaking around. And then when I'm playing with like um whatever Ellie and Dina together or Abby and someone else, like I'm like, oh, they're standing and walking around, so I can stand and walk around.
Yeah,
Like
true. Yeah, I never really thought about that, but you're absolutely right. Like
yeah, like when
you
it's
know when
just
it's you
me,
know when nothing's gonna happen,
yeah, because they're
or
just like chilling.
yeah, or they pace it so well that like you're not expecting something to happen.
Yeah, yeah. But usually, if you have a person there, they'll at least put a like not a cutscene, but like a trigger. Like they'll be
Yeah,
like, "Oh snap! Look!" Like when you're by yourself, it's just like, "Up, you got bit." Like so, like I feel like I'm always like crouching and hiding from nothing. Like, um, but yeah, no, it was crazy. And then after that, I remember reading a spoiler online and then being like, "I can't believe Ellie let her live." And then at the end of it, Abby's like, "I'm gonna let you live," and walks away. And I was like, "Wait, I thought Ellie let her live."
yeah,
I was like, and I was like, "Oh, I guess it's the other way around." I
yeah.
can,
And to put more context, that's the scene where they find like where Abby finds Ellie because she was hiding in like a theater,
yeah.
and
And then not for nothing too, playing as I guess Ellie, and then seeing what's ever the Tommy and stuff, and seeing Tommy and doing everything it's like, oh, revenge, whatever. And then playing as Abby and seeing them like murder all of your friends,
yeah,
I was definitely like Tommy was straight up a villain.
yes,
Like
yeah, no,
playing it, like I was just like, yo, Tommy is straight up a bad guy. Like I straight up hate him right now, and I like know him sort of.
yeah,
Like it was crazy to see what you played as a straight up villain. Like coming back and finding my pregnant friend dead. Like,
yeah. That was crazy. So I don't know if you read this part. So there is a part in the game and what was his name? It was um damn it. Trying to think, it was the Dina's ex-boyfriend.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Jesse. Jesse.
Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse. Um so there was the part in where you just like meet up with Jesse like as Ellie, because I
Yeah,
think
yeah, and he grabs you or something to save you.
he grabs you to save you, and then like you hide because they like a bunch of wolves just pull up with their dogs and they just like go around.
Yeah.
So there's a dog in there, and I forgot the name of the dog, but you can kill that dog,
Yeah, I killed him. I
and
murdered that
they'll
dog.
yeah, same. I didn't know this until after the fact.
And then
So
they're like,
yeah,
Rodrigo.
you can kill that dog and it'll be like dead. But if you don't kill that dog and you're playing the game later on, that dog comes to help Abby. Like,
Really? Wait.
yeah. So the dog, if you kill it as Ellie, it will not come and help Abby, but that dog will come help her like late at a later point in the game. I don't remember what point, but like they put so much thought into like
Wait a
Ellie
minute.
is okay. What's up?
No, in the beginning when I played as Abby, I had a dog helping me. Is that the dog? Because I
Well,
might have not killed it. I murdered a lot of dogs.
not
Ashley did not enjoy that.
no,
Like,
no.
or it's a
Not that
different
dog.
dog.
That's yeah, it's a different dog. It's like
Okay.
just some random. It's literally one.
It's like Resident Evil 4. Do you know
I
what
don't.
I'm talking about? In
Oh,
Resident
yeah.
Evil
When
4,
you
you can
save the
rescue
dog
a
from the
dog.
trap, and
Yeah.
then he helps you fight El Gigante.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Off topic, sort of. That dog was a cameo.
Was he
Yeah, that dog is from another Capcom game.
really?
Yeah,
What game?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Dog Resident Evil 4 cameo.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
don't believe you
No,
because
I
you.
saw a whole video on it. Haunting Grounds, I think. Yeah, the dog's name is Huey.
Yep, Huey.
So that's a whole game where you play as a person with a dog, and then that dog in Resident Evil 4 is a cameo from it's Huey.
That's random. That's
It's
so,
so random.
so random.
It's random for the game and random for our conversation.
Yeah, but yeah. So
Wow. So at a different point, like the dog shows up like randomly to help you.
yes,
That's crazy.
yeah. So it kind of just goes like it's so subtle, but it legitimately just like solidifies like Ellie literally murdered all of Abby's friends.
Yeah, and dogs.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
dog.
and I definitely felt it. Like I try not to murder the dogs. One, because Ashley like was watching me and she hates when I murder the animals. Like
I do too.
hates. No, yeah, I do too. But I've
But
grown
like
numb to it.
I hate video games. Same. I hate video game dogs dating back to the first Resident Evil game.
I thought you were gonna say Konami or something, or
Yeah.
Okami.
Oh no, I've never played that game.
Oh.
That's we'll save that for another.
Yeah. Well, Resident Evil, they're like zombies. I didn't care. Like,
That's fair, but like I just hate dog. Like being attacked by a dog.
yeah,
To
no, it's
me,
definitely
like,
scarier. Yeah.
yeah, because they're faster. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of just something like you just expect in real life to happen at some
Yeah,
point.
that's true too. That I agree with you. Because Resident Evil, I didn't care. I murdered them, but it definitely was scarier, and they knew that it was a scary game.
Yeah.
Like they're definitely like 4 legs, shorter, faster, sharper teeth. Ooh, death.
Harder to hit. Yep.
Yeah, no, and I definitely hated dogs in Last of Us. I felt like you almost had to kill them because
Yeah.
they tracked your scent. Like I let maybe 1 or 2 live.
Yeah. I played on hard, so like it was because I really didn't want to like breeze through that game at all.
Wow,
Um,
I'm a wimpy gamer. I played on
yeah,
medium.
wimp. I I kind of want to go back and play Grounded, but like
No, I
also
had trouble on some parts of normal,
yeah.
like or whatever.
Yeah, no, that game's pretty hard. I played Last of Us 1 in Grounded, which is like you have no HUD at all.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't see when you're picking weapons. You can't tell how much ammo you have left or how much health like you have. Like you legitimately just have to guess.
yeah. I played Last of Us 1 in like normal, then I played in hard, and then I played. I don't know if it was very hard or grounded, but I remember not having a HUD.
Yeah.
I was a real gamer back then, but now I just want to enjoy my life.
Same. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I when I played this game, I looked at the menus and I was like, should I go hard? And I was like, go hard or go home. No. I was like, should I go to hard mode? And I was like, no, I want to enjoy myself. Like I was like, I remember like cursing out my PS3 or whatever. Like so yeah, so that's crazy with the dogs. And I really felt bad killing all the dogs.
Yeah. I didn't. I truly didn't. Except when I found out that a lot of the dog, like once you start playing as Abby and then you have a dog companion, you get to
Yeah.
choose to play fetch with another random dog. Like
Yeah, that
you're
was
like,
so cute
oh,
too.
they actually loved these dogs. These were
Yeah,
animals that
it
these
was
people loved.
eye-opening.
And there's another thing while we're still on the topic of dogs. Like this one I recently found out like 2 weeks ago is that if you kill the like I don't know what you call like the I guess the owner, the master of the dog,
Oh, they cry.
they cry at the dead body. Like the
Yeah,
dog cries and like
yeah,
just
because
doesn't go after you anymore because it's like, oh, my human's dead.
yeah, I
Like,
saved a few people, a few dogs doing that. Even though what's saved, it's like the dog waits by the body.
yeah,
But if there's another wolf there person, like another bad guy, they sometimes run to the other person, and then the other person will be like, "He did it," and then and then the dog comes killing me, comes to kill me. So then sometimes I would kill them anyway.
yeah,
But like I've done it where I've killed almost everybody and left one dog, and the dog just sits there and like cries and stuff,
yeah.
and
It's
that's really sad too.
it's super sad. Yeah,
It's almost as sad as shooting them with an arrow and they go like,
that,
like, which is what I mostly did. I also Molotov the dog
that's just animal cruelty. I think.
because no, it was the dog and the owner because it was like a nightmare. Um, but yeah, that it was really sad. And then so then playing as Abby and the wolves and seeing how human they are, and going through everything and then having all my friends die and being like, wow, you killed all my friends and this pregnant chick. I was like, yo, Ellie sucks. And
Yeah,
then, no, what really cemented it was the game was like over, and that's probably why they did it like this. That the game was like over. Abby let me live. Like Abby pretty much could have murdered you and Dina. You killed my pregnant friend. Like she was like good and was gonna slice Dina's throat.
who is also pregnant.
Yeah, who was
So
all yeah because of that. She was
yeah,
like good. I'm glad she's pregnant because you killed my pregnant friend. That also hated me though. So she was like, yeah, you killed my pregnant friend. Whatever. Um. Oh, you left. Oh no, is this me again? Or are you coming back?
no,
No.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. It seemed like the whole computer messed up. I was like, no, back to the last episode.
It's so dramatic when it happens. I just tried to type something and put myself on mute.
Sorry.
I just I really want to know if this actually like makes an effect. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah, because I I thought you left. Because all right, if anyone listening, well, so we did it last episode. It like cut off. It went silent and totally cut off and kicked me out of our podcast. So now I'm paranoid, I guess. um, but yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, so she killed my pregnant best friend, whatever. And then Abby was like, you know what? I'm gonna break the cycle and not murder you and your friends and
Yeah,
whatever and Tommy and let everyone live
yeah.
except Gene or whatever his name is.
Jesse.
Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse got fucking bopped. Holy shit.
Seriously, so fast. He was the
Yeah.
fastest murder of the series.
It was him and what was his name? Manny. They just died. Like
Oh yeah, it was no
they
time to process. It was just like
exactly.
bam, dead.
Yeah. And Manny I think got shotgun blasted or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Like
he
he
did. That was
got
crazy.
rocked. Yeah.
But at least with Manny, like the blood got on her face, and she was like, "I can't believe he's dead." Like Jesse was just like, "Damn." So what's going on?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, he just
whoa.
walked out the door and just like got clipped and that was it.
Yeah, and then they moved on. They didn't even acknowledge it. She wasn't like, "You killed Jesse." It was just like, "Don't kill Tommy." Like, she didn't even care. She was just like, "Not Tommy."
Yeah.
Jesse's the old boyfriend. Like things will be less awkward when we go back home. um so yeah, it was like crazy. She let you live, and then it's like 6 months later, and she's like, I can't let her live out there. I have to go murder her. And I was like, why? She let you live. Like,
Yeah.
you have this life because of her. And that's why I think I started to hate her.
So it was very conflicted. I was like, okay, like you're on a farm, you have Dina, you have a kid now.
Yeah, that's like
Like,
if you left,
yeah,
sort of.
exactly. Like that pissed me off. So she was like kind of tame, a little conflicted, but then Tommy came back and he's like, "No, I found Abby. Go kill her." And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah,
Which
and
also, I was like, you kind of suck too.
yeah,
Like,
no, Tommy definitely. I agree with what you're saying. Like he definitely became the villain because like I get it. Like Joel was his brother, and you want revenge for your brother, but like you're tearing a family apart because of your
yeah.
own.
You already
And
killed all her friends. Like,
yeah,
they killed one person. You killed the group of eight.
yeah, you made her feel the pain tenfold.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
so, it's the. I mean, honestly, the revenge is already there. Like Abby's got a lot more pain with all of her friends dead and being alive than
Yeah.
just being dead.
Because you look at it, you still have each other, even
Yeah,
though Joel's dead. She has nobody except
yeah,
like Lev, but they don't know that.
yeah.
They're just like, who's this monk kid? like,
Yeah.
like the Avatar. like, but yeah. So by the end of it, I was like, really, like, you're gonna like leave your family to kill this girl that let you live 6 months ago or whatever? Like, oh, she let me live. I'm gonna make her regret that
Yeah,
again
yeah,
for a second time. like, yeah, no, that's where I was like, okay, she sucks. Like the whole game, I was like, wow, it's a really like double view on their lives or whatever on who's the villain. Yo,
I
we just
honestly,
talked about Last of Us for 45 minutes.
yes, I know, it's weird. Um, so and then it like Ellie leaves Dina. Like that's kind of where I was just like, okay, that's annoying. But
Yeah,
then like you play as Abby again for a few minutes, and then you just think that like, oh, she found the last of the Fireflies. Like that's the end of the game.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just gonna wrap it up there. But no, she gets captured by like these dickheads, and then you like
You basically rescue her.
yeah, you basically yeah, come in as Ellie. You're in she goes to California, which is where Abby was, and then I think the best part was like when Ellie got in that snare trap, and
Oh
then
yeah,
like still managed to fuck up those two guys that like
yeah, and
tried to
got them
capture
bit
her.
and stuff.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Um,
And then she got bit, but she's immune, so who cares?
yeah, I really thought she was gonna die. By the
I
way,
know.
like,
I was like, uh oh, is she gonna turn?
yeah, she's like bleeding out, like, and
Yeah.
really still kicking people's asses, and
Yeah, I
then
was like, dude, if you didn't go all the way over here, like you would be
yeah,
fine with all your fingers.
yeah, yeah,
But
um,
yeah, so then she goes, she sees her like crucified,
yeah, that was
and then
crazy.
she's like, I still want to fist fight you, even though you just got off a cross.
Yeah, she was gonna like let her live, and then she's like, she literally let her go, get to the boat, and then starts beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And
She was
at this
like, we're
point,
the same weight class now. I could fight you.
yeah,
like,
you don't have big arms anymore.
yeah, Abby was buffed the whole game, but then they like had her not eat at the prison camp, and she was like
Yeah,
dying and like literally like when we say crucified, they literally crucified everyone.
yeah, yeah. This isn't like some biblical joke or anything. Like they literally crucified her.
yeah,
But
like, and she was mad skinny, and like her and Lev both look like totally different people. Like,
yeah,
I was surprised she even recognized her, because I
yeah,
didn't.
I didn't either.
I was like, who's this person we're focusing on? Like, yeah, and then she's like, I'm gonna fist fight you anyway, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, can I just
So
lose the fight?
this is where okay. So the weird thing is for me is I feel like for a very split second in my brain, I did somehow level with Ellie, like beating, like trying to like finally get revenge on that. Like I don't know, it
Yeah,
was weird. I was like kind of hoping, okay, like drown Abby, get your revenge.
yeah,
Like I was
yeah,
like actually hoping for it, and then I was like, like I stewed on it for a very long time, and I'm like, no, it's really good that like at the last minute, Abby bites Ellie's finger off. um,
Yeah, yeah,
and then Ellie decides, okay, I'm gonna pull your head out of the water. I'm not gonna
yo,
drown you today.
yeah.
Um, and then she lets Abby live, and yeah.
Which
So
people
like
were really mad at. People were really mad at that.
I was upset for the like a few minutes. That was it. Like, and then I was like, okay, like
Well,
you sit on it, and then I go, as I said, like you had your revenge at this point. You like ruined Abby's life completely.
yeah, yeah. And then you rescued her and fixed her life.
Yeah,
You could have been like, "Oh, she's in a camp? Perfect. That's what I wanted to happen. Bye
yeah,
guys, I'm going back home."
yeah,
Like, oh, she's in a prison? Oh, she's being tortured? Nice. That's all I wanted for her life. I'm
yeah,
going to go back to Virginia or wherever. To
yeah,
Seattle. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yeah, she's being tortured. Isn't that what you want?
yeah,
I'm gonna rescue her so I can fight her. Like, yeah. And then the whole thing, and I get like just like the hospital and whatever her name is, um, the girl,
Which girl?
the Lev's sister,
Yara.
Yara, just like Zara. um, we went to California and then did nothing, and it was a waste of a trip to California, and I ruined my family for no reason.
Yeah,
Like, and I lost two fingers.
yeah.
Like, so
So yeah, it's great. Like I'm still really okay with how the story ended.
no, I was really and did you hear? Like, I wish they showed a little bit more. Like, there's all these theories because when she left, she took off the bracelet Dina gave her,
Yes.
and
So
then when she came back, she was wearing it. So they were saying maybe they made up, but they live in the camp now or something.
yeah. So and that's like I know we have a few minutes left, but that's like the final thing. Like the last piece is open for interpretation. Like
Yeah,
she
I
left
hate that.
Dina, she left the baby whose name was JJ, by the way,
Oh yeah, yeah,
which
John
it,
Jacobs.
Jingleheimer. Yeah, no, it was I don't think they officially said it, but like I think everyone assumes it's just like Jesse Joel or
Yeah,
Joel.
yeah, that's what we were saying. Jesse Joel.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not her. It's not her dad or whatever that died. So I figured Joel would be second.
yeah,
So Jesse Joel.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
But yeah.
Yeah,
So it was like the last scene where Ellie returns to the farm. Dina's not there. Like it's just cobwebs everywhere. But like Ellie's guitar is just like in the room upstairs, and
yeah. And
she
then they're
now
like, she's like, "Oh, it's in tune." And then it goes, "That's Taylor for you." And then it goes, "Buy a Taylor."
yeah,
Guitar.
that was
Buy Taylor guitars. They stay
that's
in
exactly.
tune.
This is I not to talk about Metal Gear Solid again, but
Uh huh.
it's literally like the end of I think the third Metal Gear and the fifth Metal Gear where they just put like what motorcycle brand was that? I forget, but there was like
Oh, I don't remember.
there's the same motorcycle brand. Um,
Maybe I should look things up.
yeah, maybe we should.
It wasn't Harley Davidson,
I don't
or
think so. No,
I typed in Metal
Triumph.
Gear.
It
So,
was Triumph.
oh yeah, and that was the brand like everybody was writing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah, the Triumph Boneville Venom. Yeah, yeah, Boneville, Bonneville.
well, either way, I can look things up. You just have to stop freaking out when I mute.
I can't help it.
Like,
I'm
oh
scared.
no, the world is ending.
Yeah, so yeah, I know. I did. I was like, "What happened? Are you there? Don't leave me again." Because the whole thing like glitched.
Do you like when I leave the house and my dog starts freaking
That's
out?
what you were gone for so long.
I didn't know when you'd get back, so I peed on the floor.
That's what I did too.
That's exactly what you did. You spilled on the floor.
But yeah, yeah, that's so funny. I didn't even realize the motorcycle one though, to be
Yeah,
honest.
there's so many like weird comparisons
Yeah, so
between
that's
Last
pretty
of Us
much
and Metal
what
Gear.
Last of Us 2 did with guitars.
Yeah,
Like at the end of the game, they should have just been like Taylor guitars.
yeah,
Granted, I have a Taylor and it's true. I always pick up my Taylor and it's always in tune. Like totally worth the whatever grand you spend on it.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
I bought it off
Uh,
Craigslist, so meh. So yeah, no. So she picks up the guitar and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I only have 3 fingers."
yeah. I can't play anymore. I hope everything was worth me, like, because I know, like, we're not telling the story, we're just talking about it, but like Ellie's main thing was like in the first game, like, hey, when we're done with this, can you teach me how to play the guitar? And that was like their biggest bonding thing, is like music.
Yeah.
So
And then
like,
she was like, "Little John Bon Jovi, I'm gonna teach you to play guitar."
and now you can't. But
And now you can't.
yeah,
Like,
but like the one thing she had left to of Joel, like the last memory she had of Joel, was like being able to play the guitar, and now she can't.
yeah. So
Yeah.
unless she gets a fake hand like in Metal Gear.
Maybe. Well, maybe.
but yeah, that's yeah. So I don't know if we just do a podcast that talked about Last of Us 2 for an hour, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy though. It was really crazy. And I have these things here I wrote, and I didn't even get to talk about them. But it's fine. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Last of Us 2 podcast. Thanks for listening to the Disaster Project, and tune in next week where Marcus talks about the Lonely Island and asthma and mad other stuff. I just wrote
Yeah.
those things down and wanted to make sure I talked about them at some point because
No.
I want to address my asthma. And we didn't talk about a new theme song. We're having theme song issues, or not theme song. We're not a cartoon.
Yeah, we're not a
Uh,
cartoon. You keep saying that.
uh,
We keep having issues with our intro and outro, and we hope you don't mind, because it's gonna keep changing until we figure it out.
Yep, gonna keep changing forever. No, we're gonna keep changing until we're gonna keep what Joe created. Joe created this last one, and it's really good. But I don't
It's not
know.
that
It's pretty good. It's okay. I can't give Joe a full compliment ever. He's all right. Um, so we're gonna be using that for a while we hunt for a new opening and exit song. So, oh, there it is. I hear it.
good. Oh
Oh,
my god,
I guess we have to go then. I
it's
hear it.
fading in. Oh, yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. Bye, guys. Love
Goodbye,
ya.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.